Whose room was this? What is that? That sounded like hospital equipment.
The St. James Hospital gained a reputation for being terrifying, for being haunted.
Whoa.
He said that he almost stepped like through a portal.
Cameras.
You know when you take a picture and somebody's moving really fast and you get that blur? That's what it looked like.
What I heard was like, beep, beep. Whoa. That was like on that door behind you or on the wall.
I thought it was this door here.
He's sick?
What? All right, Ryan, we are back here in Butte, Montana at a very, very cool location.
We are at one of Butte, Montana's most famous hospitals. And this place closed in 1979, but it has been abandoned ever since. And there's a new owner, and he is doing so many renovations on the building, and he believes that's kicking up and stirring up so much paranormal activity.
Oh yeah.
The St. James Hospital, I mean, there's so many reports of shadows, of voices, of strange things happening. And they say that this place has very quickly gained a reputation for being terrifying, for being haunted, and for really just having an extreme amount of paranormal activity.
Yeah, and a huge thank you to Cag and Allison for inviting us along to film here. It's a very cool experience.
So make sure if you're watching, you go over to the Adelaide Haunted Horizons YouTube channel once again. Make sure you subscribe to their channel so you can watch their half of this investigation of the St. James Hospital when it comes out.
Oh yeah, of course.
But interestingly enough, we wandered throughout the hospital as soon as we got here, filming some of our B-roll footage, the extra shots that go in to layer throughout the episode. And I will say, there are some parts of this hospital that are just so creepy.
Yeah, there's a lot of dark and twisting hallways in this building, and it's very easy to get lost.
So no experiences as of yet, but when the sun goes down, I imagine it's gonna be an entirely different story here.
I would have to agree with you.
So let's go ahead and get a walkthrough of this place with Addison of Chilling Paranormal. So he can tell us about all his experiences and the things that he has had happen on his investigations here.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Let's go.
So what I can tell you, we'll go into this room first. Oh, no, next. Yep, this room. So we were doing one of our public overnights here, and everybody was in this room. And actually, when you talk to Brandon, he can kind of attest for that. He was in here kind of running the group. And what I do while he's running a group is I'll go around taking different pictures, videos, things like that, just because all the stuff that we record with our equipment, we actually send to people who are on the tour that night in their emails and stuff, kind of like a keepsake. So I'm going around and I'm taking pictures, and everybody's in here. So nobody was with me. I didn't have a flashlight on. I actually turned it off because I'm doing flash pictures. So they're all in here. I came down this way and I went down this corridor. And so when I'm taking pictures, I do succession shots. 1, 2, 3, real quick, back to back. And I was doing that in pretty much every room, any doorway I could do it in. And I got down to this one, and same thing, click, picture, and then click, picture. And on that third picture, there was a bright ball of light here. And on this side of the door frame, it almost looked like you know when you take a picture and somebody's moving really fast and you get that blur? Mm-hmm. That's what it looked like. It looked like somebody coming out of the room. As we walk through the building, you'll see how over the years from the 1870s to the 1970s, how things changed. So to give you an example, this room was actually an operating room. You can actually still see the old drain on the floor. But when we go down to the operating rooms on the lower levels, they're a lot different. The lighting's different. The rooms are a little bit smaller. So you can kind of see that as you walk through the building. You'll have the different eras of time, and you'll see the differences between the floors because they just kept building and building and building and adding on and adding on. They never tore anything down. They just kept putting it up.
Wow. So I have a question for you. Since you
Sure.
mentioned the 1800s to the 1970s, you talked a little bit about a mine disaster that occurred in Butte and about this hospital's role and impact in it. What exactly happened?
So that was the speculator mine disaster in Butte, Montana. And what happened was a fire was caught in one of the mines, and about 160 people perished in that. It was one of the biggest mine disasters in the world. And all the ones who were injured actually were brought to this hospital. And obviously it's a huge hospital. There was lots of people here. So when they brought those people in, they really didn't have a lot of room. But they were in such bad shape that the people who were sick or anything but wasn't as bad as them were actually giving up their beds to take care of these guys. So it was a pretty big event.
Another question that I had for you is when did this place become a hospital and when did it close?
So I know it's between 1871 and 1874. I'm pretty sure it's 73. I'll get you the exact date. But I know it closed in 1979 when they built the new St. James Hospital that's up the hill here. And ever since then, it's been shut down. The owners who took it over really didn't let anybody in here. And it kind of became a huge urban legend because on Halloween night back in, I believe it was like the early 2000s or even the 90s, there were some kids who came in here, broke in here for a Halloween, kids will be kids. But the one guy he said that he almost stepped like through a portal. Because everything became brand new, the lights were on, he saw nuns walking around, and he'll tell you it was just like you and me conversing here. They looked real, the sounds were real, he could hear the machines going off, and then all of a sudden everything went back to normal. And so that's the urban legend that's been through Butte for the last 40 years. And ever since then, because this place wasn't open to the public and the owners really didn't do anything with it, there were kids who were constantly breaking in here during the Halloween season. And so now finally, Cameron has been gracious enough after taking ownership to open it up to people of the public, and you guys yourselves and my group, and doing his own daytime tours. And you can see he's really, it doesn't look like much now, but it was way worse a year ago. So he's made a lot of progress, and it's a proud thing for us, just being a part of preserving this history.
The one question I had for you before we end this
Sure.
is, I'm sure you've had many a conversation with Cameron about this building and about the paranormal activity in it. Does Cameron feel like the fact that he's renovating this building now has heightened the paranormal activity?
I don't think he pays attention to it, to be honest. That's just the kind of guy Cameron is. He's the type of guy where it's like, well, there could be ghosts, but there could not be, and just, whether there is or not, I'm gonna do what I do, and so I don't think he really pays attention and has that in the back of his mind and be listening for things or whatever. I think he just comes in here and works. As far as our group goes, it's gotta be, because it was not like this a year ago. To get pictures, videos, we have like deep sighs on camera when there's nobody in the room. We're getting EVPs, and that did not happen a year ago. A year ago, this place was silent. And then the renovation started, and things get riled up. So I definitely, my own personal opinion, I think it did.
And I do have one more question. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything? When we were walking around earlier, we noticed a fire on one of the floors. Do you know anything about that fire? How it started or anything?
I don't know how it started. Cameron might.
Okay.
I haven't found anything in the history of it, but it goes to show you, for anybody watching out there and who takes history seriously and is doing the same kind of things we are, and saving buildings, don't let these cities tell you that they're a fire hazard, because if you look at that room and then look at the rooms on the other sides, they're not even darkened.
Yeah,
It's just, yeah, they built things different back then. And so don't let that be an excuse, I guess.
Yeah. We are up on the 3rd floor of the old St. James Hospital. We're starting off with a session with Allison, and over here is CAG. And we are getting ready to see what might happen up here in the operating room. As we'd said, and as you probably got from the interview, there's not much claims of activity here because there really hasn't been very many paranormal investigators that have come through here. So the operating room's always a good place to go because there's a lot of people throughout history that have passed away on the operating table, and usually they're under anesthesia, and a lot of times they don't even know that they've passed. Whoa. That was loud.
That was loud.
What did you hear? Like a bang. Really?
Yeah.
From above? You think?
Oh, it was a car door.
Might be in the car door, right? Yeah.
Debunked.
Debunked.
So yeah, we'll see what happens here. You know, a lot of stories of operating rooms, there's a lot of lost souls and lost spirits, simply because, like I'd said, most of the time if they pass away during an operation, they don't even know that they've passed on. So we'll see what happens here. We got 2 operating rooms.
Yeah, I believe there are 2 operating suites right here.
Okay. Is there anyone here with us? My name is Ryan. Whoa.
Okay, well, I moved. I'm going to do it again, but this is a cement floor.
Yeah.
So all I did was shift my weight.
Interesting. That was like on that door behind you or on the
I
wall.
thought it was this door here, behind us.
Oh, this one right here.
I heard it more from this side.
Interesting. Well, thank you for that if that was you. These are my 3 friends here. I'll let them introduce themselves.
My name's Dave.
And I'm Alison.
I'm CAG. If you used to work here, can you make a noise or light up a light for us, please?
I hear you don't get many visitors these days. We're just here to see if anybody wants to chat.
Do you have a message for your loved ones that you never got to tell them? Maybe you don't know what all of these bright lights are that we have everywhere. They're devices that if you try and interact with them, touch them, pick them up, move them, or get close to them, they'll set off a little light or an alarm, and it'll let us know that you're around. And they don't hurt.
Whether you touch the lights or knock on something, can you give us a sign that you're here?
Oh. Right on cue.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
Is that easier than lighting these lights up?
Oh, Allison, could you hold this for a second? I forgot to turn on a REM pod in here.
Okay.
We were one REM pod down, can't have that.
Okay. Thank you.
Who was it that just, actually, might as well, since we heard the knock that they were here, maybe give them a chance to speak.
Yeah.
Rolling, Old St. James Hospital, placing recorder down over here at the end of the hallway, down by where we heard the knock. We thought we heard you knock when we asked for it. Are there any patients here in the hospital that want to talk to us?
Maybe somebody who used to work here. Dedicated nurse.
Can you remember what operation you were due to have?
Me moving.
Is there a surgeon up here?
Or just a doctor? Keg's not feeling well.
No, I need help. Can somebody come and help me, please?
She's been coughing badly. We don't know what she's got. Whoa. Where was that from?
Down that way, behind Ryan. That's what it sounded like to me.
It sounded to me like it came from somewhere in this
Oh,
operating
really?
room.
Okay.
Yeah, right in front of me over here. Hello? Are you in here?
Ryan's in the operating room there. Can you follow him in?
Coming back out. Ending.
Car. Is that it? Yeah.
We thought we heard you knock when we asked for it. Are there any patients here in the hospital? We asked for it. Are there any patients here in the hospital that want to talk to us? Maybe somebody who used to work here. Dedicated nurse. Can you remember what inspiration you would say to her? Is there a surgeon on here? Is there a surgeon on here? Try not to doubt that. Can't help me anymore. I need help. Somebody come help me, please.
We talk through this, and we know you're there. We can have a chat.
Can you tell us what your name is?
Who's next on the list for the surgery?
Somebody seemed surprised that we could, or that we were here, that you could hear us. Who is that? You're not used to people coming in here?
You don't have to be afraid of us. Did your life end right here in one of these rooms?
Below.
Below? Are we on the wrong floor? You tell us where you are?
Back.
Back.
Are you a patient or an employee? Can you tell us that?
This is the room that caught on fire in here.
Oh, is that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what started the fire?
No. Oh, you were asking the spirits?
Either. Were you concerned that the building would burn down?
Are there any miners here? I heard there was a tragic accident. I'm sure someone would have been brought in here for emergency surgery.
Nothing at all, is there?
No. Not now.
What do you think of the renovations that are happening in the building? Are you happy that it's not being demolished?
You're going to have people living in here.
Graveyard.
Don't you want to come out and talk to us? Have somebody to talk to? We'd love to have a conversation with you. Can you do this?
Nobody want to talk?
If you'd like for us to just leave you alone.
Can you hear him?
Can you hear him?
Yeah, we can.
Or is that talking to somebody else again? You hear what he's saying?
Is there someone at the end of the hallway? You know, if you don't want these doors open, you can shut them. If you'd rather keep the privacy back here.
Don't come in.
Ooh.
Now come in where? Which room? The room behind us? Is that a room? No, it's not, is it? It's where they put all the bottles of gas.
Did you not mean to be heard by us?
It's okay to come out and talk.
It smells.
Why does all the cameras come to me?
I like that straight round to Alison. That's so funny. Well, you know. Makes you wonder whether they've realised they've been heard and they're like,
Yeah.
let's be quiet. If you want to talk to us, you're more than welcome to. You're not going to get into trouble. And we don't wish you any harm or disrespect. We just want to talk to you.
Undecided.
You're not sure whether you want to talk to us? Have you not worked out yet whether you trust us to talk? I don't know if you've heard Kagami speak a little bit differently.
We do that.
We do. Speak very differently.
Good day.
G'day, mate. So we don't come from around.
Daft.
Daft.
It knows us
You
so
can't
well.
argue with the spirits.
No.
We are a bit daft.
Yeah.
Although we've been quite sensible tonight.
So far.
So far. Wait for the caffeine to kick in. We've come a long way from Australia, although originally we were British. And we heard all about this place, and we were wondering if anybody wanted to talk to us, or would like to talk to us and tell us their story. We're just curious. Keep your memory alive, if you are still here.
If you like to have a bit of a laugh, all you got to do is light a light up and let us know.
I'm going to grab one piece of equipment here just to give it a try. If you see that blue light right there, you can get close to it, and your energy will either light up the green light or the red light, and you can answer yes or no questions that way. We'd love it if you could use that and the thing that Allison is holding to try and answer questions.
Do you like having visitors up here?
What about visitors with strange accents? We could do a good day, mate. Or we could do a how now, brown cow.
The plum in the mouth.
Oh.
No. Would you like us to leave? Maybe we shouldn't be in the surgery area or surgical area.
Is this for families only?
Is this for staff only?
And patients.
Roy.
Roy.
Well, howdy, Roy. Said yes.
Is that your name?
Did you work here, Roy?
No.
No.
Roy, did you have a surgery done here?
Roy, did you pass away in one of these rooms?
Flashlight.
That we don't have. We have torches, though. That was a joke.
I know. That's why, if you didn't notice, I smirked. In the dark there.
It is just so quiet over here right
Isn't
now.
it?
So it's just like they realise we can hear them. Possibly.
Raquel.
Raquel. That's the name, is it? Raquel?
Yeah, Raquel.
Is it spelled like Rachel or Raquel?
Rechel.
Raquel? Have you finally come to speak to us? Whoa.
Oh, which one was it?
Middle one, I think. Come closer. Maybe touch the one closer to us to let us know you can hear us.
Cellar.
We can't go to the cellar.
We're
No.
not allowed to.
They don't have the cellar opened.
If somebody's in the cellar, though, maybe they can come up here.
Lower your voice.
So
You were told.
You've been
I was
told.
talking that loud. Are we disturbing the patients in here?
Well, hopefully the patients in here are under.
Or sleeping and resting?
Maybe the ones in recovery. Do you have many patients in here during the day? Do you have a lot of patients? If you do, can you light a light up or try and tell us how many?
Let's go ahead and head over, make sure what we're gonna do now before we start a session with just Dave and I, we're gonna go over and investigate for the Adelaide Haunted Horizons YouTube channel, so make sure you go over and watch their video after this one's done so that you can see what we captured on the session with their equipment and cameras. So, wow, it just said no.
Don't bother watching our channel. It's
Yeah, I don't
like,
know if that camera
don't go,
picked it up.
don't watch theirs.
The epoch literally just held on the no light. course, as we're signing off, the equipment starts interacting finally. So, but let's head down the hallway and investigate down there, and we will see you guys in the next session when Dave and I are alone. All right, Dave. Here we are.
Here we are. We are on level 2 of Cabell.
Oh, shoot.
Level 2 of the St. James Hospital. Cag and Allison are up on 4. So there's a whole entire floor in between us. And we're going to see if we can have any better luck here on the second floor, because third floor was a dud.
It was very quiet, but I tell you, there might be, even though it is a bit of a mess down here, this might be the floor where we end up getting the most, because literally there was a crew up until about 2 or 3 hours ago that was in here working. And in fact, they still have a propane heater going because they were working on drywall up here. So they have to leave a heater on for the mud, the drywall mud. And so they've been working on this up here, and they always say when you renovate these old haunted buildings that it stirs up activity. So we'll see what happens.
We will.
Is there someone here with us? We've got a lot of lights, and right here in between these two doorways, we have these boxes that'll play music if you walk in front of them. They each play their own different tune.
Also, just to make a note, the wire going down the center of the hall, that is part of the construction crew. That is not ours.
Yeah. And if you look here behind Dave, you'll see just the absolute crazy amount of stuff that they have over here.
Yes.
To work on this floor. It's looking nice though. All this new drywall definitely is making the place look nice.
Mm-hmm.
You want to walk down the hallway a little bit?
So if there's anybody here with us on floor 2, come out and have a conversation with us. Touch one of these devices, these bright red lights we have set up. Can you do that? It'd be a great way to let us know that you're here and that you can hear us talking to you. I don't even know what this floor was used for. They didn't tell us.
No, Addison really didn't know much about the different floors of the hospital. I mean, it's been closed since 1979, so I imagine there's not many people around that would have worked here to know what every floor was.
Right.
You know, it's been like 40 years since this place shut down.
Yeah.
Nearly almost 40 years. You see that light at the end there? There's a doorway. Can you go towards that light? Can you see that?
Show them how the red lights work, Ryan.
So over here, these red lights that are set up, if you get close to them, and then it'll do that.
Now, can you try that on one of them? We're coming into 206. Whose room was this?
There's an IV stand right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Whose room was this?
What is that? That sounded like hospital equipment. Didn't it?
I just barely heard a high-pitched sound. I'm not sure.
That wasn't any of our equipment. That's a car going by right there. What I heard was like beep, beep, beep.
Really?
Yeah. What is that? What is that? What?
That's weird. That's very peculiar.
Yeah, there's definitely no more hospital equipment in here. They're literally turning these into living spaces.
Yeah.
Did we just hear some sort of monitor?
I mean, just by the looks of it, this might have been like recovery, like a recovery floor or something like that, because they're all like little patient rooms.
Yeah. Maybe the ICU is on the 4th floor upstairs, I'm not sure.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
What do you think? Should we try the spirit box and see what happens?
Sure.
So guys, we have been taking a break for the past couple of investigations from doing the Estes because we've done so many Estes sessions over the years that we're getting a little bit burnt out with the Estes. As cool as it is and as sometimes cool as the evidence can be from the Estes, it's very draining to do.
Yes.
And we've done it so many times, probably hundreds of times we've done the Estes session. So we need a little bit of a break from doing it. We'll see what we can get just through a normal spirit box session. Okay, so can you walk up to this box in my hand and try and speak into it as loud as you can? We should be able to hear your voice.
If you could you tell us your name? Did I say Andrew?
Did you say Andrew? That said David.
Really?
Yes. That's David over there. Is your name David too? It just said David again.
Really?
Yeah.
David, if you're here, that's my name too. If you're here, can you touch one of these red lights as well?
It's just a way for us to see that you're here with us so we know where to come and talk to you. Can you touch the one that's closest to you and we'll come and have a conversation? I just heard David again.
I did too. Hi, I'm David.
What happened to you? Why are you in the hospital? Did you get hurt or injured?
Oops.
Just because off camera I said this is the last investigation of our Wild West road trip and that we could break the cat balls didn't mean that I was giving you permission to break the cat balls.
Well, it's still alive. It's flashing.
It's still alive. Did you see that? Where are you from? What town do you live in? We're from West Virginia.
Have you ever been to West Virginia?
Back here, we pretty much did a full sweep with the spirit box, and other than maybe possibly hearing David come through a couple times, nothing stood out that we could understand that could be someone answering us.
Yeah.
But I don't know, is there something else we should try down here? Should we do like
I mean, we could do a seer session.
do we want to get the lens?
Yeah.
Dave, I'm gonna leave you up here by yourself for a second while I go get the lens so we can do a ghost tube seer session up here. I will say, there was one strange thing, and that was that weird beeping sound.
Yeah, that was pretty weird.
And we had to have captured it, especially on this camera, because it sounded like it came from somewhere out here in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it could have been. I don't know if there's something set up in here with the construction equipment that will make that beeping sound. I don't think there is, but if it happens again, we'll know for sure. But to me, it sounded almost like hospital-like equipment. And I mean, I'm going to replay it right here for you guys so you can hear it again. And tell us what you think about it down in the comments. What is that? That sounded like hospital equipment. In the moment, to me, it sounded like some sort of hospital equipment. But I'll be back.
All right. All right, so Ryan is going to be gone for a minute, so it's just me up here. And yeah, if there are any spirits here and you were too afraid to communicate because there were too many people up here, it is just me now. So if you'd like, you could try touching one of those devices that we have set up in the hall They've got bright red lights on them. And that would let me know that you're here. Could you do that for me? Would you be willing to do that for me? Come on, anybody? It's all right if you don't want to. You don't have to. But I just thought maybe a conversation would be nice for you. Because we've heard this place has been closed for 40 years. So who wouldn't want to have a conversation after 40 years?
All right, I'm back.
Okay. You missed your chance. Ryan's back.
Did the portals to the spirit world open up while I was gone?
No.
Well, shoot.
No, they did not. Ryan's going to be putting a device on. It's kind of a neat little toy that you can use to show images that mean something to you. Oh, just stepped on a cat ball.
He's bound and determined.
So I'm standing down here at the end of the hall, and my name is Dave, and Ryan is down there sitting in a chair. So please come through with the device that he has.
Okay,
to
we're recording.
show us something about yourself. Can you do that?
Oh, we got an image already
Okay.
of a house. We've got an image of a house.
A house?
Yes. Looks to be a nice house. Has a nice second floor balcony.
Are you showing an image of your house to Ryan? Is that your house?
And it's gone.
Are you showing where you would rather be other than here in the hospital? Because I'm sure you're probably tired of being here, right? Aren't you? Are you able to show Ryan a picture maybe of what happened to you, of what landed you here in the hospital?
Sorry, I fogged up.
And I know I've said this many, many different times, but we're only here for you. We just want to talk to you and hear what you have to say if you have anything to say.
This is a way for you to show me rather than just tell us. You can show me an image using words. You don't even have to make the image or the picture, the drawing. All you have to do is select the words and it will make the picture for you.
Seems easy enough, right? Did the staff here treat you well? If they did, can you touch one of these red lights on the ground?
they take good care of you? In your time of need?
I hope that they were kind to you. Are you able to show Ryan a picture of what you look like? So we maybe have an idea of who we're talking to if we are.
This is a very old hospital built in the 1870s. I'm sure it looked a lot different back then.
Remember we showed you how to use these things? Notice how that didn't hurt me? Can you do that?
Was that you?
That was.
Okay.
Hello, is there anyone here with us? If we're bothering you and you would like for us to just go, touch one of the red lights, please.
Nobody wants to show me a picture? Hospitals are a place that are filled with tragic and horrible times, but there's also life brought into the world in hospitals. There's also happiness and joy, and peace and relief. Help and hope. And maybe those memories are here in these walls.
Maybe the reason nobody is communicating with us is because nobody's stuck here. Maybe you've all moved on, and that would be the best case scenario.
Maybe all that's left behind is the residual energy of this hospital that only plays itself. Ooh, we got an image. At certain times.
In reality, we don't want you to be here. We hope that you're somewhere at peace and not stuck here. But we are here for the ones that might be stuck here, who need help.
I have no idea what this image is.
Really?
No. I mean, it's just like a black shapes. Not even like...
A black shapes.
They're just like, I don't know, it's just... It's literally beyond description. Does this hospital have a heartbeat? Is it a living, breathing entity that
needs to feed?
What?
Sorry, I'm just trying to turn the drama up.
I don't really know what else to ask. or say.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, I really have no idea what we could ask.
I know, we've exhausted a myriad of questions.
If there's anyone here that's at peace that can see and hear us, but just happens to be at peace, could you show us an image of what it's like where you are? What it's like to be at peace? And then once I see that, or the next picture, whichever comes first, we'll stop and we'll go up to the 4th floor. Is that you?
No.
Oh, wow. Well, there you are, I think, maybe.
Is that you? Or is that just natural? If that was you, can you try that just one more time? Just so we're sure.
Was that you?
No.
Couldn't tell if that was outside or inside.
Sounded like a car door to me.
Okay. I only caught the echo. Come on, can you show me what it's like to be at peace? What do you see? If you do see anything. Ooh, here we go, image.
What is peace?
I see, I don't know if it's a picture frame or a very thin window, but then I see someone on the other side looking at me through a very small window or frame. And it appears to be a woman. She's got like reddish colored skin.
Interesting.
She has very, very blue eyes and looks like some sort of like a scar across her face. Is that what it's like to be at peace, like you're looking into a woman's eyes?
Oh, God. You guys, I think we need to get him out from underneath that thing.
I think I'm delirious after 9 investigations in 12 days.
Yeah.
I think I've hit my point of no return. I think I'm just going to be this character, this Wild West character from here on out. Howdy, partner. Ryan here. Who's ready to have a good time out here in the Wild West?
You guys, I gotta go. Getting scared.
I'm getting scared.
All right, well, if there was anyone here on this floor who tried to talk to us, here comes Ryan. He's going to show me some of these photos.
Which REM pod was it that went off?
This one.
All the way down at the end?
Yes.
So,
What do we got? That's what you thought was peaceful? Looking into Cruella DeVille's eyes? We've got a different definition of peaceful.
hey, she might be a nice lady. You don't know.
I know.
All right, so we're up here on the 3rd floor, and we talked to a friend of ours named Addison. And Addison told us that he caught a very strange picture up here. So I tell you what, I'm going to take some pictures, and I want to see if you can show up in them.
I set up a bright red light down there by the nurse's station. Do you think you could touch that light for me? Just so I know that I put it in the right place.
Show up in the picture for me. I'm going to take a picture in each room.
It looks like there was a fire up here. Do you know anything about the fire? Do you like having visitors up here? I hear live electric somewhere.
Yeah, I hear that.
Listen to this. Can you make that music play like that? All you got to do is stand in front of it in that room right there.
Nothing. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go to the room that Addison said he thought he caught your picture.
It's down here.
Is it down here?
I think it's the one right past that REM pod light.
Oh, I thought it was this one that was closest to the... I thought he was standing here when he told us that story. Maybe, I don't know, let me try. Because I would have already taken a picture in that one then.
Look at those purple lights on the ground down there. Could you try picking those up for me?
Whoa. REM pod just went off down there.
I saw that. Ooh, and the tripwire. Thank you. Could you try that one more time so I know that it was you? I'll count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. It's hard to say if that was anything, you guys, because there's an open panel box right here. Yeah, this was the room he was talking about.
Oh, down here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try and take one more picture in the room where Addison saw the... Going to take another picture in here. Whoa. I'm going to have to redo that picture. Actually, it didn't turn out too bad, ready? Okay.
Aren't those the longest 10 seconds of your life?
They are. You see anything in that?
Just me. What's that?
So, I don't know if you guys can see this in the picture, but how I looked at that was generally when you get this type of strange looking glare-like ball of light, you follow the light sources around the rest of the picture and you can find one that's shaped. Because if you look at that, it is soft, but it is shaped like a rectangle. And then you go over here and boom, there's a rectangular light source. So the light from his LCD screen was reflecting off the camera lens, causing a flare down here on the wall. So, just a little, when you're analyzing photographs, that's the type of stuff you have to look for.
Yes.
To see if it's able to be debunked. All right. It's like someone clearing their throat.
I thought that was you.
No, that was the fox.
That's weird. There's two.
There is two of us.
How many of you are there?
That is.
Is there a nurse up here? I could use that back transplant that I've been hoping for
And people say, well,
decades. Can you help me with that?
somebody that.
What do you think of the fact that they're fixing this place up? Pretty soon they're going to have this. They're going to have the walls put back up. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful in here.
Did you know that they can transplant somebody's face now? Their whole entire face. Isn't that wild? That's right. What was this floor used for? Was this maternity ward?
It was not. I know that for a fact because I know where the maternity ward is.
Ooh.
Ooh. That was from down here at the doors.
Was this the trauma center? Was this the ICU? Was this the CCU? Was this the geriatrics? Was this the NICU?
Attention.
Was this the burn ward?
Was anybody from the mine disaster on this floor?
That's a yes.
If you were here from the mine disaster, can you touch one of these bright lights we have set up? Tripwire.
Cameras.
Cameras.
I heard that.
Yeah, we have cameras. We're just trying to document that we're...
He's sick?
From that.
That was so clear.
We're just trying to talk to you.
Who's sick?
C3.
Can you tell me who's sick?
Started into
The gentleman who said he's sick. Who are you talking about? Why did you get so quiet? You were talkative. Do you only like talking whenever we're talking? You just like talking over us?
Well, let me ask one more time. If you were here from the mine disaster, can you touch one of these bright lights we have on?
Stars. It is. Next. Today.
You want to walk out here beyond these doors, maybe leave this set up here for a second just to...
A shot.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot. We'll still be able to hear because there's no glass in these doors. Careful.
Nope, because I just stepped in all of it. Yeah, these doors have a lot of tension on them for being as old as they are.
They do.
I got it.
For a minute.
Two.
There's two of us. You never did answer me and tell me how many of them you are. Did it say leave?
I'm not sure. It was too
For I would.
deep.
One
1-800. 1-800 find a ghost. We've left that hallway now, but we left all of our stuff in there. So if you'd like to go and play with it and see what it does, you're more than welcome to do that. We left it there for you.
I'd really like to know what this floor was used for. We're taking a tour of the hospital and we don't have a tour guide. Would you be our tour guide?
Guys, if there's anybody in the comments that was born in this hospital or had any type of surgery or had family who had surgery in here, can you let us know if you know what each of these floors was used for? Leave a comment below.
Would be better to.
Sounds like sports.
Yeah.
And,
Or you could.
Hi, my name is Kevin McAllister. Sorry, you guys, I'm getting delirious.
It said getting old or something like that. Or looking old. I caught the word old. So is this geriatrics?
Reason.
What?
It went.
He win.
Did that just repeat me?
It sounded like it.
But it went raisin. Right after it said getting old.
Old as a
Wow.
old as a raisin.
REM pod. Right inside the door. Anybody in here up for some raisins?
Interview.
Someone said raisin.
Was that the nurse that just made that light go off right there?
Joining us as well.
Did you hear that?
It was outside.
It sounded like Allison. Are they in the stairwell? Probably.
Maybe. They said they were going 30 minutes.
It's been only about 20. Fell? Did Allison fall? Is that what happened? Did she trip and fall over all that stuff on the second floor? I'm not gonna lie.
low energy.
Oh, it said no energy. I'm not gonna lie though, I was a little worried about that. I was a little worried about the fact that
Your wellness.
your wellness.
Worried about Allison's wellness.
I was worried about Allison's wellness walking around down there on the second floor with all those tripping hazards.
Yeah. There are a lot of them. Okay, now I'm in the nurse's station. How do you feel about that? I'm the new nurse in town. But I want to. I wanted to open it.
Nurse Dave doesn't even know how to open up the nurse station window.
I know. Actually, I think it's nailed shut.
Gotcha.
Attack.
Attack? You can attack me. I tell you what, first person to slam one of these doors gets an oatmeal raisin cookie. Someone said raisin. I bet you'd probably like an oatmeal raisin cookie. Maybe you want some Jell-O. Nothing makes you feel better when you're in the hospital than when you are finally able to eat something and they give you that nice, cold container of Jell-O.
Amen.
Go ahead and stopping on Vox here. Guys, this has been such a quiet night.
That's an understatement.
And, but as we've always said, that happens when you're investigating the paranormal. We might capture something on audio that we didn't know that we captured, but we're not gonna know until we get home and review it. So unfortunately, because this building has so much construction equipment in it, we're not gonna be able to do an abandonment in here. Yeah. It's just, you know, not really feasible to set up the cameras with all the electrical equipment that they have going on, especially on the second floor. So
A lot of contamination in here that we can monitor when we're here, but if we're not here, then it makes it more difficult.
yes, so, but with how quiet it has been in here anyway, I don't anticipate that we would probably get very much on abandonment.
No, and it's one of those places where you just walk into it and you just don't, at least for me personally, I didn't really feel much in here.
Yeah, it feels very peaceful in this building.
Which is a good thing. That is a good thing. Because you don't want somebody's soul or their spirit to be trapped in a place like this. Sure, it's good for, you know, interaction and making communication, but to know that there aren't hundreds of souls trapped in here, at least for us, for this night, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. It's been a fantastic experience, and most of all, we want to thank Allison and Cag of Adelaide Haunted Horizons. This trip was so much fun, and them inviting us to come out on their journey throughout the Wild West of the United States of America has been a dream come true, to get to investigate these locations, but also investigate them with them, because they're some of our dearest friends. And we love every single opportunity that we get to investigate with them and to just have fun, not just the stuff that you saw on camera, but off camera, getting to see places that we've never seen before, getting to enjoy fun afternoons exploring thrift stores and visiting the Grand Canyon, and just so many fun and fond memories that we will hold very close to our hearts. And it's not the last time, because we are already making plans to travel together again. Ooh. So be ready for that. But guys, make sure you go over and subscribe to Adelaide Haunted Horizons. Comment on any one of their videos that you watch and tell them Paranormal Quest sent you. And most of all, make sure, if you made it to the end of the video here, make sure you put down in the comments, that was a real tasty oatmeal cookie. Thank you guys so much. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time. We got more haunted locations coming up for you in the future. Stay tuned. Bye.
Bye.